Ethan trusted his best friend like a brother, until one day everything changed. Ethan Blake and Daniel Cross grew up together in New York City. They met when they were just 8 years old and quickly became inseparable. They played basketball in the same park, attended the same school, and shared dreams about building a successful future. Everyone in their neighborhood admired their friendship. People often said, "If you see Ethan, Daniel won't be far behind." Ethan came from a struggling family. His father worked long hours as a taxi driver while his mother cleaned offices at night. Daniel's family was more comfortable financially, but he never treated Ethan differently. As the years passed, their friendship only grew stronger. When Ethan's father became seriously ill, Daniel helped him raise money for medical bills. When Daniel failed an important exam and felt like giving up, Ethan spent weeks helping him study. They promised each other that no matter what happened, they would always stay loyal friends. After graduating from college, Ethan and Daniel decided to start a technology company together. The beginning was difficult. They worked from a tiny rented office with old computers and barely enough money to pay rent. Many nights they slept on office couches because they couldn't afford apartments. But they refused to quit. Years of hard work finally paid off. Their company became successful and started attracting major investors. For the first time in their lives, they had money, recognition, and opportunities. Then one day, a wealthy businessman named Christopher Walker approached Daniel with a proposal. Christopher wanted to invest millions of dollars into the company. However, there was one condition. He believed Ethan was too emotional and difficult to control. If Daniel wanted the investment, Ethan had to be removed from ownership. At first, Daniel refused. But the promise of wealth and success slowly began to change him. Over the following weeks, Christopher continued pressuring Daniel. Eventually, greed won. Without telling Ethan, Daniel signed legal documents that removed Ethan from the company. One morning, Ethan arrived at the office expecting a normal workday. Instead, he found security guards waiting for him. Confused, he walked inside and discovered that his access cards no longer worked. When he asked what was happening, he was handed a document. His name had been removed from the company. His best friend had betrayed him. Ethan felt like his entire world had collapsed. He rushed to Daniel's office. Daniel stood silently behind his desk. "Why?" Ethan asked, tears forming in his eyes. Daniel couldn't look at him. Finally, he whispered, "It's just business." Those words hurt more than the betrayal itself. Ethan left without saying another word. For months, he struggled emotionally and financially. Meanwhile, Daniel became richer than ever. He bought a luxury penthouse in Manhattan, drove expensive sports cars, and appeared on business magazines. Everyone believed he was living the perfect life. But deep inside, he felt empty. No amount of money could erase the guilt. Every success reminded him of the friend he had betrayed. One stormy evening, Daniel received a phone call. Ethan had been seriously injured in a car accident. Without hesitation, Daniel rushed to the hospital. His hands trembled as he entered Ethan's room. Machines beeped quietly beside the hospital bed. Ethan looked weak, but he was alive. The moment Daniel saw him, tears filled his eyes. "I'm sorry," Daniel said. "I'm sorry for everything." For several seconds, the room remained silent. Then Ethan slowly looked at him and spoke. "You weren't just my business partner, Daniel. You were my brother." Daniel broke down crying. "I know," he said. "And I destroyed the best thing I ever had." Ethan closed his eyes for a moment. Then he said something Daniel would never forget. "Money can replace a company. It can replace a house. It can replace a car. But it can never replace trust." Those words stayed in Daniel's heart forever. After Ethan recovered, Daniel returned half the company to him and publicly admitted his betrayal. It took years to rebuild their friendship. The scars never completely disappeared, but both men learned a lesson that changed their lives forever. The greatest treasure in life is not money, success, or fame. It is the people who stand beside you when you have nothing. Once their trust is broken, even all the money in the world may not be enough to repair it.